on Facebook and YouTube as well. Good afternoon, and welcome back. Day three. Day three. First of all, I just want to say I am so proud of myself. I said I was going to go live 5 days a week, and this is the third day. So, definitely proud of myself for hanging in there. I'm not a live person, but this information that I'm sharing, I want to make sure it gets out. Is extremely important. So if you've been following me, you know that I am doing a Measure What Matters series where I'm going live all week. So on Monday, when I went live, we talked about having standards within your business and how you go about creating them and some of the benefits to having standards within your business. So if you didn't hear that one, you can go back and check the replay. I posted it. On the different websites, and it's also on YouTube, so you can find it there as well. On day two, I talked about getting started with metrics. Now, day one was good, but day two was really good. I dropped some gems to help you get started, and I talked about how you can separate it and what areas you want to include metrics in within your business. So that was a good one as well. So it kind of depends on where you are. But you can go back and watch day two, and day two was getting started with metrics. So we talked about that. And today I want to talk about why the Mind Your Business challenge. So I have a challenge that is kicking off next week for 3 days. It's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and it is 1 hour long. And it's from 12:30 to 1:30. And I want to talk to you about it because I I know that numbers are can be boring or overwhelming, but it is so important. And the reason why I picked this for a challenge instead of doing something that people may have thought was more fun or what have you is because I see so many business that don't use it within their business, and I see the end result, right? We end up working extremely hard or doing things that's really not yielding any results, so we end up spinning our wheels. And for those of us that are solopreneurs and micro business owners, we don't have the luxury of wasting resources because a lot of times we are the primary person in our business. Even if we have a virtual assistant or a social media manager and other people helping us, we are usually the main people in our business. And we're already stretched thin. So the last thing we want to do is spend our time on doing things that are not yielding results, right? So that's why I thought that this was so important because some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with people is going to allow people to be more efficient in their business and use their time more wisely. Um, Most of the people that I work with are, like I said, solopreneurs and micro business owners, and overwhelmed is extremely overwhelmed when you're the only one in your business. So people say a lot of times work smarter, not harder, but they don't tell you how. So the the Mind Your Business challenge is going to help you work smarter in your business so that you're not so stretched thin. Okay. So basically, this challenge that I'm hosting next week, it is for business owners that are tired. You're exhausted and you're looking to implement some structure within your business and implement some things that's going to help you propel your business without you having to work 24/7, right? Because it's getting kind of old. um, Hopefully I'm not the only one, right? It's getting kind of old where you're working 7 days a week in your business and 14 hours a day. And there are just some really smarter ways um, that you could work. There's some things that you can implement in your business that will help you to grow your business without being so exhausted. So this is for people who are really looking to implement some structure, a streamlined approach to doing business that's going to allow them to go further in a shorter period of time. That's what this is about. So if you're exhausted doing all of the things, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do all of the things. And you probably should not be doing all of the things. And there's probably a a lot of things that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing because they're not yielding you results. So that's who the challenge is for. I'm looking for those people. But you have to be ready to implement some things, right? So this isn't one of those challenges where you come and you sit for 3 days and you hang out and you go back to your business and don't implement. These are skills, these are tactics that you have to implement in your business. And once you implement them in your business, you're going to start yielding results. That's just how it works. So that's who it's for. A couple of questions that I've gotten in regards to the 3-day challenge is that what exactly are you going to talk about? So when I say, and I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to talk about numbers, but it's not how you are accustomed to talking about numbers, right? And we're talking about numbers in terms of your business, but we're talking about the story that the numbers tell within your business. By looking at certain things, by tracking certain things, you'll be able to see, is what I'm doing yielding me any results? Do I need to make a change, right? And what is that change? So we're talking about the story behind the numbers. But yes, it is numbers. We are going to be talking about tracking your revenue and tracking website visits and things like that, depending on what we come up with for your specific business that you need to track. So yeah, we are going to be talking about those numbers, but we're also going to be talking about what exactly do those numbers mean and how you can impact those numbers so that you achieve your goals. So if your goal is to grow your business 25% per year, or if you want to go from maybe you made $50,000 last year and you want to make $75,000 this year, we're going to talk about what numbers you need to track in order to know if you are on track to meeting that 75K goal, and what do you need to do? Like, okay, this number is saying XYZ. What exactly does that mean? Because I find that a lot of people will create a dashboard and they'll have you track information, but you don't know how to interpret that information so that you can use it in a way to grow your business. So that's what's included. So we're going to be talking about what is a metric. Specifically, what is metrics? How do you create them for your business? Not the canned approach that everybody says you need to measure this, this, and this. No, we're talking about the things that you need to measure for your business. All of our businesses are different. All of our goals are different. So you need to come up with a list of metrics that you need to track for your business. So we're going to talk about how do you do that. We're going to talk about key performance indicators, KPIs. How do you integrate those in your business, and how do you use them to make sure that you're on track to achieving your goals that you set for your business? Everybody doesn't want to make 100,000, in their business. Everyone has different goals. So what we're doing is we're going to show you what KPIs you need to implement, what metrics you need to implement in order to achieve the goals that you are looking to implement, right? So it's not the canned approach. And by teaching you how to identify these things, now you can go back and do it in your business. So day 1 is all about metrics. What are metrics? How do you identify them? Day 2 is helping you to understand what KPIs or key performance indicators are so that you could use them to propel yourself toward your goals. And then day 3 is what I consider is the really fun, is really the fun day. But all of them are fun to me. But day 3 is going to be the implementation. Hi, ladies. The day 3 is the implementation. Now that I have this information, I know what a KPI is, I know what a metric is. How do I implement them in my business and use them in a way that is effective and that's going to allow me to strategically do things so that I achieve my goals? Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? The goal is to get from that place where you're trying everything. Hello, it's been a long time. To stop you from doing all of the things in business and focus on, these are the things that I need to do to drive the results that I'm looking for, right? And this is something that major corporations have gotten right. that everybody's trucking to the same number, everybody's trucking to the same goal. So we're not trying to accomplish everything, right? So we have this big goal for the year. We've broken it down by quarter, and these are the specific things that we need to focus on in order to achieve this goal. And what it does is it helps you to narrow your focus. So you're not focusing on all of the things, but you get to narrow your focus, and now you can focus on you need to move the needle forward in your business, right? It has been a long time, and thank you so much. So, that's what the challenge is about, and that's what I want to talk about. As boring as it may seem to some people, it's not boring. It's your business, and you have to take control of it. And if you don't start, then your business will end up running you. So I want to talk about, so now you know who the challenge is for, right? So we got that out of the way, and what's included in the challenge. And one thing that I forgot to mention on the implementation day, I have a KPI spreadsheet that you're going to take what you've learned from day 1 and day 2, your metrics and your KPIs. You're going to put them on this metric dashboard, and you are going to start tracking. And we're going to talk about what it means when you are tracking, basically what your numbers mean, right? So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be fabulous, but I'm looking forward to helping people to implement this in their business so that they can move out of that zone where it's always a hustle mentality into a planning ahead. Here's what I need to do, and I have more focus, and I'm going forward to meet my goals. So that's ultimately what I'm trying to accomplish here. So the challenge is August 23rd through the 25th. We will be meeting each day from 12:30 to 1:30. I still have spots available for the VIP. The VIP is a free upgrade. It's just as long as spots are available. And for those of you that are in the VIP, we will meet on Friday for an extra day, right? So you'll go through the 3 days with everybody else. We'll meet on Friday. This will give you an opportunity to ask questions that are specific to your business, and I will answer them. So we're going to have some flash, I call them flash coaching or hot seat coaching, where you can ask your questions and get your answers. Yes, expert office. And then, so it'll be 4 days for you, but the challenge itself is 3 days. So some of the questions I have gotten is that where do I need to be within my business in order for this to be effective? So one of the things I recommend is that you have an offering, right? You are selling something. So if you haven't gotten to the point where you don't know what you're selling, this challenge isn't for you. So you really need to be where I know what I have to offer and I've made some sales, because that's going to help us, because that means that you already have some data in place that we could start to use to blow out everything that you need, right? So definitely make sure you have an offer, make sure you have some sales, and then we'll talk about, as a part of the challenge, we're going to talk about some of the resources that you need to have in order to pull some of this data into place. And 9 times out of 10, you already have it. If you have a website, if you have a landing page, you know what I mean? If you have an email marketing software, you already have some of this data. Even if you have a CRM, that's going to give you data. But we're going to go through where do you pull information from? Because that's another question that I get. How do I know what data I need? We're going to cover that, because we're going to talk about your goals and objectives for your business. And then we're going to talk about some standard things that you may want to track just from being in business, period. But we're also going to talk about sources, like where can you grab data from? Because you need to know that, right? Do I have what I need in order to track what I want to track in order to achieve my goals? So we're going to cover that in the challenge as well. And then I told you, you really need to be making sales in your business and have a core offering in order for you to have a really solid idea of what your goals are, where you want to go, and what you need to track. So those are the key points that I wanted to cover doing this live. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments. Expert office, I was just saying that, I don't know when you came in, I was saying that there's still some VIP slots available. So for those people, they get an extra day and you can ask questions specifically about your business. So this is an opportunity to kind of get some one-on-one coaching, but not at the one-on-one coaching price. but it's also helpful to hear other people's questions as well, because they may ask something that you didn't think of asking at that time. So that's always extremely beneficial. And you will walk away with a little mini dashboard that you can start tracking your things, right? And again, we're not focusing on tracking all of the things. We're focusing on tracking the things that is going to move the needle forward in our business, because we want to move from this place of overwhelm and throwing spaghetti at the wall into a state where we know exactly what moves we need to make to accomplish what we need to accomplish. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it means that you're going to know what you need to do in order to achieve the results you need to achieve. So is there any questions? You could drop them later. I'll be in the comments answering any questions, but if you have any right now, you can drop them now. But I want to thank everyone for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock because I'm sticking to it. I said I was going live 5 days this week, and I will be on live, God's willing, tomorrow at 1 p.m. So be sure to join me and check me out. And like I said, Day 1, we talked about having standards within your business. Day 2, we talked about getting started with metrics. So you're really going to pick up some gems from both of those days. So you can go back and watch those replays because I left those up as well. So thank you for joining me. And I want everyone to have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Talk to you soon. Bye.